let me ask you a question. When you're buying something on Amazon and you're not sure of the size, what I do is I'll buy like a 26 and a 27 in order to figure out like what size jeans that would actually feel better in me and because I'm not sure of like the brand or how it will be, or maybe an extra small and a small. The reason why I bring this up is that a new study found people with higher incomes actually send way back more stuff of what they buy compared to everything else. Gosh. And they say the reason's simple. They afford to order a pile of options, keep the one that they like, then ship the rest back without thinking. When I saw that, I thought, you know what, this just reminds me, Barry needed a pair of pants for a club function, and they needed to be that, it's kind of like a burgundy type pant, like a boat type pant. And so we were sitting there, I'm like, so what size do you want? And he's like, I want 32 34s, 32 33s, 36. And I'm like, I think you just need the 32 30s. And he was insistent that the 30s would just not fit him. So we made a bet. $20, he says that the 32 30s, 34s were the ones that would fit him. So 6 pairs later, of course, guess who won? Me. 32 30s fit him because for some reason, the guy thinks like he's like 6'2". But really, height bullying is no joke. I mean, seriously. We need to stop looking down on short people. Yeah, I know. It's a long way to go for a drink of water. And on that happy note, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kim Komando, America's beloved digital goddess, here with you once again to always make sure that you are tech ahead and never left tech behind in the digital dust. And let me tell you, this is the biggest show, the best show, the most trusted show, the award-winning show about all things digital. And you can find us on over 425 top radio stations across the country. And it's streaming anytime you want. Just open your favorite radio app and search for Komando. And if you want to listen on the go, you can find the podcast on all major platforms. Just search for Komando with a K. And now you can watch the show. Head over to youtube.com/Kim Komando, where you get full episodes and highlights and tips that you just can't afford to miss. And a special shout out to our military listeners tuning in on the American Forces Network Radio, reaching more than 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 countries and 200 ships at sea. I just love that. We all appreciate you. And I'd like to thank Oracle for helping to make this show possible. They say in business you can have better, cheaper, and faster, but you only get to pick 2. Well, what if you could have all 3 at the same time? That's exactly what some of the world's most innovative brands and AI tech companies have since they upgraded to the next generation of the cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. You see, OCI is the blazing fast platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, and AI needs, where you can run any workload in a high availability, consistently high performance environment and spend less than you would on other clouds. And how is it faster? Well, OCI's block storage gives you more operations per second. Cheaper OCI costs up to 50% less for computing, 70% less for storage, and 8% less for networking. And how is it better? Well, in test after test, OCI customers support and report lower latency, higher bandwidth versus other clouds. This is truly the cloud built for AI and all your biggest workloads. And right now, with zero commitment, you can try OCI for free. Head to oracle.com/Kim. That's oracle.com/Kim. And I'd like to thank Consumer Cellular, too. If you're tired of the surprise fees from big wireless, wow, do what I did. I switched to Consumer Cellular. It's really amazing. You get the same great coverage as those big guys. And if you're over 50, you really need to listen to this. You get 2 lines with unlimited talk, text, and data for only $60 a month. That's right. You heard. 2 lines, unlimited talk, text, and data for only $60 a month. You can bring your old phone with you. You can bring your old number. You can get a new phone. You get a new number. It's totally up to you. No more tricks, just savings. Get $25 off at consumercellular.com/Kim. Once again, that's consumercellular.com/Kim. Check it out right now while you're thinking about it. consumercellular.com/Kim. Oh, hey, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I noticed that some of you are not subscribed to my channel. So what the heck are you waiting for? Just go ahead and tap below right now. Alrighty then, you know me. Every single day, I am reading, I am talking to industry insiders and hackers, white hat hackers, and even the bad ones to make sure I know exactly what's going on in the tech space. And here are some things that you need to know about. And we're going to start with, yes, the big day that's happening next week is, you ready for it? September 9th. Apple is rolling out their brand new iPhones. Let's see. They're going to start with artificial intelligence that runs right on your phone with a private cloud. They say for heavier tasks. That means Siri may actually be able to do a decent job. I know. So frustrating. Think reading an email, creating a calendar, sending invites without lifting a finger. I have noticed, because I've been using iOS 26 for some time now as a beta tester, and I have noticed over the last week or so that Siri, when I ask her to do something, it just doesn't like glow like an orb, that she actually comes back and says, how can I help you? Do you want to send that text? And should I put that on your calendar? And I'm like, hey, what happened to her? Let's see. We're also going to have some new iPhones. They say 4 new models. The iPhone 17, the Pro Max, and a brand new iPhone Air. That's for you people who really like the smaller phones, slimmer and lighter than anything before. Better cameras, of course. The Pros are having a 48 megapixel telephoto lens, dual camera video recording, which is actually pretty sweet. Faster chips, better cooling. They say that maybe finally Apple's going all in on eSIMs, and also looking forward to a new Apple Watch Series 11 and Ultra 3. Maybe track blood pressure, last longer on a charge, send satellite messages in an emergency, which would make absolute sense. The AirPods Pro are going to come with health sensors now, like heart rate and temperature tracking. So again, that's all being rolled out next week, September 9th. Moving on to number 2. I've been doing a lot of research about these Ray-Ban Meta glasses. They're $350. And I don't know if I told you this yet, but I know that I did put it in the newsletter that Meta spent $3.5 billion for a piece of a company headquartered in Spain that basically makes all the glasses around the world. But the reason why I bring this up is that this woman was getting a bikini wax. Now, for those of us who get bikini waxes, you know, it's a pretty private affair. Anissa Navarro is her name, and the gal comes in to give her the wax, and she says, "Are those glasses recording?" And she says, "No, they're not charged. They're just my prescription glasses." But she was wondering if her private moment was actually being filmed. Now, afterwards, I don't know why she stayed in the room. She thought she was being filmed, but afterwards she went to the folks in charge and they said, "Oh yeah, our people have the right to wear glasses if that's what they want." So my advice to you is that if you think at any given moment that you're being recorded in an environment like that, just get dressed and leave, okay? Just get dressed and leave. We don't need that on the internet or anywhere else. Here are some updates you need to know. If your phone rings and it says Google support with the phone number 650-253-0000, don't pick up. These are hackers spoofing Google's real phone number, pretending to be tech support and tricking people into resetting their Gmail password. And if you do that, you're going to be locked out of your own inbox. And Google's never going to call you, so just hang up. Moving on, Samsung's 2025 TVs now come with Microsoft's AI Copilot built in. Yes, said nobody. The animated beige blob records shows, recaps episodes, answers random questions. You can trigger it from your remote or home screen. It lip syncs as it talks. You can ask it what the weather's going to be, some movie that some director did. And so basically you have like AI built into the TV. And I know that so many of you are into football. Well, now we have free NFL on YouTube. What? Well, not exactly free. Let me tell you the lowdown. You have some of the games, but you don't get all the games. You can watch on the official YouTube homepage. You can watch on the YouTube homepage or the official NFL channel. Let's see, the month-to-month Sunday ticket plans. New fans, listen to this. New fans are $85 a month. Returning fans are $115 a month or $145 a month on YouTube versus YouTube TV. Okay, so if say you're a new fan, you're going to get the bargain. Let's see, moving on to number 4. Let's go to Arkansas for this story. Rose Chadwick totaled her 2011 Hyundai. It was a bummer. She called her insurance to start this whole process that is just a complete nightmare. State Farm gave her about $4,100 for the car. She said, well, I guess that's fair. Actually, it wasn't. It was $600 short. A jury just ruled that State Farm underpaid tens of thousands of drivers with totaled vehicles thanks to some software. It's called AutoSource market-driven valuation. It checks used car listings online, finds the value of your car, and then automatically lowers the payout with something called a typical negotiation adjustment. What? Okay, yeah, I know. It assumes that you're going to haggle with the dealer and get the car for less than the sticker price. So if this happened to you, you might want to call your State Farm rep and say, hey, I sold the car. I was just hearing about this. What's again called the Auto Source Market-Driven Valuation. How do I know that I didn't get a lower price than what I should have? See what he or she has to say. And finally, this coming in at number 5. To keep wolves from eating livestock, the USDA has taken a novel approach. They're flying $20,000 drones that scream preloaded clips. Think AC/DC music, gunshots, dialogue from the 2019 film Marriage Story, all these arguments. And let me tell you, it's actually working. Wolves are running away. The cows are living a happy life. Here's a little bit of what it sounds like. Okay, that would make me run away too, wouldn't it? Oh, gosh. Oh, how will we know it's really working for reals? Yeah, I know. I taught a wolf to meditate. I don't know if I ever told you that. Now he's a werewolf. Hey, our personal info is all over the internet. Creeps and data brokers are out there collecting birthdays, social security numbers, political views, medical conditions, anything that they can find about you, they are collecting it and they are selling it to who knows who. And let me tell you, Incogni is my secret weapon for online privacy. They do the hard work of getting your personal data removed from people's search sites and these shady data brokers. Over 420 of them right now. And they just don't say that they do it. Deloitte, one of the biggest auditing firms in the world, has independently verified their entire process. No other data removal service can say this. And with my discount, plans start at just $6.39 a month. And let me tell you, you still get Incogni's new unlimited plan. This is really amazing. This is where you can submit links where you've seen your info exposed, and then Incogni will use real people to get it all taken down. So here's what you need to do. Go to privacykim.com right now to lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal. That's 60% off at privacykim.com. Take back your privacy. I did it. You're going to love this. privacykim.com. All right, see, coming up, we have NASA's looking for some volunteers to track a space mission. That can be you. How to train AI to truly be you. We've got some Carplay and Android Auto tricks that you're definitely going to want to hear about. And, of course, we have just the best callers ever. And you have me, Kim Komando. Hey, listen, it is your absolute last chance to enter to win a brand new iPhone. I know. You're sitting there, you're looking at your phone like, yeah, I would like a new iPhone, Kim Komando. I want you to send me one. Okay, if you don't enter, you just can't win. So go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. Now, of course, you might be asking yourself, what's the catch? You know me, I'm always upfront and honest about everything in my life, is that if you go to winfromkim.com to enter to win the brand new iPhone, is that you're actually automatically also entered into our newsletter, which means that every single morning you get a free newsletter from me to always designed to specifically keep you tech ahead, throw in some bad jokes, some what the tech, and some device advice. It really is just this whole roundabout of great intel that you can get every single day. And again, that's winfromkim.com. Now, if you already get the newsletter, of course, you can enter to win the phone. Just go to winfromkim.com. All right, see, moments away from some CarPlay and Android Auto tricks. And before we get to that, let's see, Bill in Kansas City, you're up first. Hi there, Bill. What's going on with you today?
Hi, Kim. A little bit of a road trip, but taking time here to speak with you. I'm very happy to finally talk with you. I love your show.
Thank you.
Very informative and always learn something new. I was hoping you could help me understand something with fast food restaurants and their apps.
Okay.
Every time I go through, they say, are you using our app today? And, of course, I'm not. And so I'm wondering, should I be? What do the restaurants get out of it? What does the consumer get out of it? Who profits from the app?
Well, let's start with what you get, okay? Maybe you'll get, if you buy a drink, you get a free dessert with purchase. Maybe instead of one burger, you'll get two burgers, or you'll get free fries, or whatever it may be, whatever promotion that they're running at that particular time.
All right.
And so that's their incentive for you to go on your phone and to download the app. So what are they getting in lieu of the free fries and the free drink or the free burger or whatever it may be? They get maybe access to your location, maybe access to some other apps that you have on your phone, because nobody ever reads the terms and conditions of when you install an app, right? I mean, you look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, I agree, whatever. Okay. So, but meanwhile, you read a purchase contract for your car 8 ways from Sunday, so.
Right.
The app also gives them what you order, what you eat, where you eat, how much you spend, the deals that you click on. It helps them maybe push some notifications to you. They can track their ROI on marketing campaigns. When you're using the app, is that you also are ordering on the app, so you're reducing the labor costs at that particular store.
So, okay.
And for that convenience, you have the app, you have your order ready whenever you get there. But here's the other thing, is that apps are specifically designed to draw you in. It's kind of like going to Las Vegas, right? There's no clock in a casino for a reason. I mean, and they're giving you free drinks for a reason, okay?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so what they have found is that when consumers use the app at a fast food restaurant, they actually spend more money because they have the upsells. There's nobody looking at them saying, okay, you just ordered a Big Mac and fries. Do you think you need the dessert? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so there's no judgment zone. You have time to browse. And so what they're getting is a lot of data, and they're making more money at it, and they're saving money on costs. And so that's why they want you to use the app.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it sounds like if I want to watch my weight, I should probably stay off the app.
If you want to watch your weight, you should go to the fresh fruit section.
That's good advice. I'll take it. Thank you, Kim.
You betcha, Bill. Appreciate your time today. And, it is interesting. My friend Jo, she uses the McDonald's app all the time because her mom loves McDonald's. And I'm like, oh, gosh, Jo, I mean, your mom shouldn't be eating McDonald's. And she looks at me, she goes, Kim, Mom's 88. I'm like, you're right. She can have McDonald's all she wants. Hey, listen, if you want to glow from the inside out and get that natural radiance back, get Native Path Collagen. Some studies suggest collagen supplements may support bone health, tissue recovery, and overall skin and hair wellness. And right now, get 45% off, free shipping, and a free frother by going to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
Hey, if you're using Apple Carplay or Android Auto, one of the things that you might want to start doing, I just did this myself, is customize the home screen. In the settings, you can rearrange the app icons so that your top tools, your maps, your podcasts, whatever that you want are right there front and center. And you don't even need to do this by hand. You can just hit the voice button, by the way, instead of hitting the icons and say, text so-and-so, I'm 5 minutes late, play the Kim Komando show. And if you're stuck in traffic, you can actually say, find coffee nearby or find me a gas station, so that this way you're not getting too much distracted driving, I guess you'd say. All right, still to come, NASA wants some volunteers to track a space mission, and maybe that's you here on the Kim Komando show. Hey, if you think your personal info is safe online, that's not. Data brokers collect everything about you. And I use Incognito to wipe my data from hundreds of sites. Their process independently verified by Deloitte. Get 60% off right now at privacykim.com. Once again, that's privacykim.com. All right, sign me up, Scotty. Hey, listen, you could help track Artemis II. That's the first crewed mission in going to the moon in 50 years. This 10-day flight will loop astronauts around the moon. So if you have the gear to spot Orion, NASA is asking for volunteers. Basically, go over to the NASA website and search for Artemis II. If you happen to get the Kim Komando newsletter called The Current, I have the link directly in that, which means it's also over at Komando.com. So this happens in April of 2026. So basically, if you're into backyard stargazing and unpaid work, this is totally right up your alley. All right, still to come, how to turn a tracker into a lifesaver. And before we get to all of that, let's see, Connie in Cincinnati, Ohio. You look like you have an interesting question. What's going on with you, Connie?
Hi, Kim. First of all, I love your show, and I like the newsletter. I've bought some things that you've recommended.
Oh, good.
And most of all, I just think you're a very kind person. I can just tell by the way you talk to your callers, and you seem to really care about them.
I do. So. I do. I was talking to a friend of mine last weekend, and she said to me, why are you still doing this? I mean, you could just sail off into the sunset. And I'm like, I really love helping people. I love what I do. I think this is a calling that I've had, So anyway, thanks for your kind words. So what's happening?
Well, I am a part-time photographer. It's my second career. I use Adobe products. And several weeks ago, I got an email from a law firm, and I know that Adobe's got a class action thing going. And it's about that, and it says I'm receiving the notice because their records indicate that I'm an eligible recipient of a distribution from this process. And I, was kind of suspicious. I looked up the law firm. I couldn't find it online really anywhere, although there's an address in New York. But everything else about the email looks legitimate. They use a company called Veriff, VERIFF, to confirm.
And that's a real company, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I looked them up, and they did look real. And it said that they use it to confirm, but I have to give them government-issued ID. So it's got an opt-in to confirm the ID button, and I've just kind of been afraid to click on that button because I can't find out anything. I don't have any fellow photographers that seem to have received this.
Yeah, this sounds like a big scam. Especially if there's no trace of this law firm that's mentioned online. I mean, you could look up the address to see what it is, but if a law firm is handling a class action lawsuit, they're going to be online, okay?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because they want everybody that they can possibly hit to know about it so that somebody can't come back later and say, oh, you guys did this class action lawsuit, but you didn't spread the word about it and you didn't have a website so that this way all the lawyers could keep all the fees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fine or whatever it is. So you did the right thing. Number one is you looked up the law firm to see what it is, but don't send any ID. If you are worried about any settlements with Adobe, I would look at official sources like the DOJ and the FTC.
I tried that. Wasn't very successful.
So, it sounds like that what they're going to do is they're going to ask for your ID at some point. Then they're going to say, okay, now you need to give us some money in order for you to get your money back. And there's going to be a processing fee of $500 or $100 and promise you $5,000 in return. And so you're going to give them the $500 and hoping that you're going to get $4,500 back. I mean, these are just examples. I don't know if this is exactly what's going to happen with this one, but there are so many scams, so many different ways that you're getting taken. And so if you do just get an email out of the blue, and yes, of course, Adobe has faced past legal scrutiny in the past with lawsuits, but it was handled, by a different firm. The firm that I think you sent me a note, and I did look it up, started with an E. That's not the firm that was in part of that class action lawsuit. So just throw it away, trash it, move on. Life is too short to be wasting it with scammers taking our money. Wherever we go, left and right. Speaking of, there's a new scam going around about Costco. I don't know if you've heard this one. Is that you get a call from somebody who claiming to be from the FTC or the FCC or whoever it is. and they say that your bank account is in jeopardy. So they need you to take the money out of the bank because you're going to be part of an investigation. And then you go down to Costco and you buy 2 gold bars. Okay. And then you drop those gold bars off at some local address where that person gives you a receipt for those 2 gold bars. They do. They give you that receipt. And you're thinking like, oh, I'm protecting my investment. I'm helping the government track down scammers. Oh, no, you just blew money. Okay. They say the average person is losing $8,000 doing this, $8,000. Okay. So if somebody calls you and says, we need you to buy gold bars at Costco, don't be doing that either. Gosh, gotta be smarter, folks. Let's see. John in Atlanta, Georgia. Glad to have you with us. Hi, John.
Hi, how are you? And thank you very much for taking my call. Love the show. You're always informative, and you help us. We appreciate it.
You betcha. Thank you for your kind words. So what's on your mind today?
A basic website. I am struggling to get any company to call me back where you can actually reach out and touch someone on the phone and say, help me with the website. I want to set it up. It doesn't have to be fancy. A basic would be fine. I've had one company I've dealt with, and you can never get them on the phone. I bought their e-commerce package, and it didn't work. So I'm looking for a solution to find someone to help me with a website, and that's it.
So who did you try, and what didn't it? How did it not work?
It begins with GD. That's the first one.
Oh, GoDaddy.
You can hardly get them on the phone. Yeah. And then the other one was Wix. I can never get these guys on the phone. And it's like, okay, where's the old customer service? Does it still exist? And if it does, I'd like to find someone to help me. And I don't mind paying for it, but just don't send me on a rabbit trail through this site and this email address, and you must include this. And it's just not helpful.
Yeah. See, and that's the problem, is that it's hard, for some reason, when it comes to tech products, it's always been a major irritant to mine, John, is that there's no phone numbers. I mean, you can't find a person to actually talk to. I mean, imagine if, John, just for a second, if you bought a car at your local Ford dealer, and after you bought the car, you drove it off the lot, you had a question about how the radio worked with the infotainment system, and then you called the local dealer, and they shut their phone numbers down. Okay? I mean...
Exactly.
Or if you wanted to call United Airlines and you couldn't find a phone number for United Airlines, people would be in a panic. They would be so angry. But for some reason, if it's a .com company, we just say, oh, well, that's just the way it is, And there's just not a lot of help. I mean, there are ways, if you wanted to stay with Wix or GoDaddy or Squarespace or something along the way, is that you could hire somebody on, say, Upwork or freelance.com who is a GoDaddy e-commerce expert. And then that person will walk you through certain things that you want to get done. Like, just like, for example, like I'm moving servers for the newsletter right now from one company to the other. And our team here doesn't have the expertise on how to really make sure that when you move, because when you send a whole bunch of email at once, John, you're flagged as a spammer, okay? And
I see.
And so when we're moving from one to the other with a new IP address, that means that like Gmail, and right now we're having trouble with Microsoft, MSM, Hotmail, and Live, and Outlook, that they think we're a spammer because we send so much email. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I actually I hired a third party to figure that out for us, so that this way, because my team doesn't have the knowledge base to do that. So what you can do is that my point being is that if you want to stay with GoDaddy because it has the integrations maybe for what you need, like if you're trying to sell on eBay or whatever, and Facebook Marketplace and good things like that, is that instead of you just throwing in the towel, is that you find somebody online who does this. And you can say, I want to do X, Y, Z, and how much would you charge to do that? And what's nice about Upwork is that you can look at reviews. And so if somebody doesn't have any reviews that they did a good job, then you don't take them. And then you can bid, they bid on jobs. You say, this is the job that I have, and how much will you charge me to do this? Okay. I like the platforms like GoDaddy and Wix and Squarespace if you're not if you don't want to have your own WordPress site, because that takes a lot of work. And what's nice about using these platforms is that they know that your site is going to work on a Pixel phone, a Motorola phone, an iPhone, an iPad, a Fire tablet, a TV. You see where I'm going. So there's So there's a lot of benefit to staying on that platform, and plus they're pretty cost effective. A lot more cost effective. But as you said, and it's like you don't know how to do this, and you don't want to become a programmer or an engineer and do this full time versus somebody else doing it. Like, to give you another example, I just started a company with my son. Okay, we needed a website. I'm not a Shopify expert. Okay, I'm not. My son's not a Shopify expert. But we had a wonderful woman who worked here for years. Her name was Sarah. And Sarah did all the e-commerce. I don't know if you remember when I would sell like dash cams and tablets and all this other stuff.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And actually, Sarah, let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah came to me in my office and she said, I'm firing myself. And I said, I'm sorry, Sarah. What are you doing? She said, you're not going to fire me, so I'm firing me. And I said, I don't understand. And she said, look at the P&L for the store. We're not making hardly any money. Amazon's killing us. And she said, she said, I can keep running the store and you can keep paying me, but you're not making any money. And so I'm going to fire myself, and we're going to figure out how to get rid of all the inventory at a discount, and you get out of the e-commerce business. I thought, how fabulous is that? Really? To have somebody who works for you to tell you that. Isn't that great? Okay.
It is, and you almost answered my question. Having an e-commerce store, which I have had, and my sales have been dismal. So I'm thinking, just set up the basic website, link it to eBay, and let eBay be your e-commerce store, not trying to fool.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm trying to go back to basics, and I thought,
Yes, exactly. So with this new company, let me tell you, I don't know Shopify, so you know what I did? I called Sarah up. I said, Sarah, you want to come back to work? and so I got Sarah working part-time. So if you need help finding somebody on Upwork or something like that, just let me know and figure out where you want to where you want to move your company, what direction you want to do that. But I'm always for letting the big guys handle it. Let them do it. You don't want that nightmare. And thanks for your call today, John. Hey, NFL fans, listen up. Week 1 is your shot to play FR60EE and stack a $1 million cash bag with DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the NFL. Here's how. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app. It's DraftKings' easiest way to play fantasy. Enter for free, then pick more or less on 6 player stats for week 1. So, for example, do you think Patrick Mahomes will throw for more than 285 yards? Or maybe Derrick Henry rushes for less than 95 yards? These are the kinds of calls you get to make. And here's where it gets fun. Share your link with friends to add more cash to the bag and earn bonus shots to win. Hit all 6 picks and you'll be splitting a bag that's already at $1 million or more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, use code KIMK, opt in for free, and start stacking entries for NFL Week 1. Zero cost, huge upside. In partnership with DraftKings Pick 6.
The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. Must claim token for free entry in bag builder contest. Only perfect entries earn share of cash prize. Tokens are single use and expire September 8th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Hey, we got more of the show coming up. Passwords are the key to your digital life, but if you're using the same ones or just adding a number here and there, let me tell you, you're practically putting up a big come on in sign. NordPass can help. It's my favorite password manager. It's only $1.43 per month. That's 52% off because you're a Kim Komando Show listener. Go to nordpass.com/Kim to get my exclusive deal. That's $1.43 per month at nordpass.com/Kim. Dale in Des Moines, Iowa. Hi there, Dale.
Hi.
Welcome. What's going on with you today?
Well, I'm a member of a small church here in Des Moines, and we have a security team, and we use radios, but they're all just seem to be so clunky, and I hate the earphones that go with them. And I was listening to a YouTube on security that I subscribe to, and he mentioned an app called Tango that will turn your phone into a two-way device.
Like a walkie-talkie.
Like a walkie-talkie.
Okay.
So then I started looking into it, and it was about $50 a month. And then I looked at the App Store, and then they've got some free ones, but you never know what kind of information that they collect.
Yeah.
So then I decided to give you a call.
Well, I'm not familiar with Tango. But there is one called Zello, Zello, that will turn your phone into a walkie-talkie. And that's what's nice because the security team that you have there at the church, everybody has a phone, right? And so they can just use their own phone instead of carrying a walkie-talkie that may not, or a radio, two-way device, whatever you want to call it, that may not have a charge, so then you always have to keep them charged. I mean, I find that sometimes with the family radios that we have and we use at our house. So try Zello, that's Zello, and it will turn your phone into a walkie-talkie, real-time voice communication, offers real-time high-quality audio. It supports group channels, message relay text, location sharing, alerts, all kinds of great stuff like that. And if you want to look at something else, another one, look at Voxer. That's Voxer. Again, that does pretty much the same thing. Voxer. Dale, thank you so much for your call. Coming right back, some AI tricks you're going to love here on the Kim Komando Show. Hackers don't take a day off. Cybercrime's exploding. Bad guys are getting sneakier. That's why you need Total AV, powerful antivirus software that really works. Right now, just $19 for the first year at protectwithkim.com. All right, you know that AI can write your emails, but instead of letting AI guess how you do your business, you can actually train it. A lot of people don't know this. You can upload your best email replies, proposals, FAQs, and bios. And then the next time a client emails you with a question, AI can answer it with your tone, your style, your standards. It's really something that you ought to try. I've done it. It makes life a lot easier. Hey, don't forget to enter to win that iPhone, winfromkim.com.